Hello everyone and welcome to the Adam Kiss Show. Today I'm going to be talking about the film 8½, directed by Fellini, and it's starring Marcello Mastroianni with also Claudia Cardinale in the cast. And the reason I mention that is because those are two of my favorite Italian actors and actresses. Marcello Mastroianni is certainly one of my favorite Italian actors, and Claudia Cardinale, one of my favorite Italian actresses. But the point is, I'm very excited to talk to you about this movie. To go more in depth, I recently saw it again. I've rewatched this movie at least 4 or 5 times over the past 5 or 6 years, I would say. And I'm going to talk about why it's so great. But before that, take a moment, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you're always updated whenever we upload a new video. And definitely like and share this video and comment below what other movies you'd like me to talk about. All right, let's talk about 8½. So 8½, is one of those movies that's very self-aware. And for the time, for the 1960s, that was very innovative. It's a movie about a director making a movie, and really all the trials and tribulations involved in making movies. So perhaps that's why it's so beloved by filmmakers, because it's about us. It's really, I can relate so much to the Marcello Mastroianni character, to Guido, I believe is the character's name. And the interesting thing is that it's really just so relatable. I mean, all the problems he's having with the script and, trying to make decisions, being in decision paralysis, having writer's block, kind of not knowing what to do, kind of just being totally in a current crisis mode. And I find that's what a lot of directors feel there, and whether they want to admit it or not. I mean, on the outside, they're cool, calm, and collected, but on the inside, they're just like Marcello Mastroianni's character in 8½. Again, it's a film conceived of by Fellini. He was the director for the film, and it's called 8½, because it was his 8½th film. This was his 8½th movie that he did, if that's even a correct way to say it. So it's kind of an inside joke. And so I guess he kind of sees the Marcello Mastroianni character as being himself, just like the crisis of filmmaking. And it's all great fun, but it's all so hard to do, as we all know, and we love it. And we absolutely love it. I mean, I know from experience, I just directed my first feature film, My Last Words. It's one of those things where things always go wrong and you just have to roll with the punches. And I always kept a calm, cool, and collected exterior. And I always had to be the leader for my crew, for my team, because I can't fall apart. I always have to set up an example, be the strong one, set an example, make all the decisions, be decisive, and be the director. That's really what it's about. That's what a director's job is about. And that's exactly the opposite of what Marcello Mastroianni does in this movie. He's totally indecisive. He doesn't know what to do. He's just kind of wandering around. It's really just an incredible study in filmmaking and what can go wrong. It's a manual of what not to do when making a film. And it's really such a tongue-in-cheek thing. And there's all these incredible sequences. I love Claudia Cardinale's role in there as kind of the ideal woman. She plays for part of that film, which she doesn't have much screen time in that film, but I think that what she does, it really leaves an impression. And I think that they absolutely worked well together, and as well as all the other performers in the film. It's really just one of those innovative films. I love it so much. I can't get enough of it. I've mentioned I've seen it so many times. I saw it for the very first time in a film class, actually, that I was taking. And again, it was one of those movies that it wasn't my favorite movie the first time I saw it, because of how unconventional it is. And again, I always love movies that have subtitles or in black and white. A lot of people are turned off by that, but I absolutely love movies with subtitles. I love foreign movies, all kinds of things like that. I love English language movies as well, but I just love it all. I just love everything right now. I obviously have my certain opinions. I love certain things more than others. But the point is, it's one of those movies that has grown on me over the years, especially the more and more I've gotten into filmmaking. Especially, I've always been into acting, but the more I've gotten into writing and directing, the more I've been able to relate to this character, relate to this film, and see how innovative it was for its time, how incredible it was for its time, and how incredible it was for any time, really. So that's what I wanted to talk about 8½. I could obviously talk about this film for hours, but I think that's enough. So before you go, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like notification, and tell me what other videos you'd like me to do. That's all, folks.